Going live. We are live. All right, welcome everyone. Welcome to the Three Marketeers Show. This is episode 38. Oh, you gotta do your hand thing. 38. I don't know how do you do that. Anyway, episode 38. We have Zander here. We are going to talk about designing with Canva. So let me pull up this, the ticker at the bottom. So today we have somebody who is crazy good about Canva. Later we will grill him with a few questions about Canva. So for those who have attended his class, to be frank, this is one of the best class about designing with Canva in the market right now. So later we will actually talk about that in a bit. But before we roll into the session today, I want to quickly do something very, very important, just so that you know and you did not miss the information. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we do have the Three Marketers and Friends coming up on coming Friday. Okay, the bloody Three Marketers is going live with 10 friends, including Zander. Oh, I'm not using the updated one, but anyway, we have Zander, Jera, Erica from Philippines, Jera from Singapore, Carol from Malaysia, another Carol from Philippines, and Chunyen, Wenghan, Balkis, Jin, and Kao. 10 of us are coming together to share with you. Each one will take half an hour to share about one specific topic that is related to digital marketing and business. So the theme for this round is digital marketing and business. So we're gonna go live on 11th of June, which is this Friday. We're just discussing about the logistic. I don't know whether it's gonna be like a great success or a little bit of a disastrous kind of journey. I do not know. So we just have to go with the flow, right? So the Three Marketers and Friends is going live on 11th of June at 1 p.m. So this is the link that you want to actually just go there, travelacademy.com/3ms-friends to sign up. Okay, so enough plug for today. So basically, I want to bring back to the stage today. We have Zander here. I met Zander through my 6-day challenge. Okay, but before that, okay, hey, here I forgot to introduce. So this is Jason. If this is the first time you see us, okay, I have my co-host here. We have Andrew at the bottom, Manfred on the left, right. Anyway, so Zander is our guest today. Yeah, good evening. So, Three Marketers has been running for 38 weeks right now. It's crazy. In my opinion, I don't know. Can you find any longest lasting show in the market that actually runs for this long already? I do not know. As in like the region that we are in right now. I think we can be one of the longest, and we want to be. Okay, so the Three Marketers show goes live every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. like this, and we usually discuss digital marketing related topics. So if this is the first time you stumble upon this thing, welcome. And if you have been with us for long term, welcome. Chiwa is the first one to say hi as usual. What's up, man? Chiwa. Yeah, what's up? So today we have Zander. Okay, I met Zander through my 6-day challenge. He came in, I was thinking, hey, this guy seems to know a lot of things. Why did he want to come into my 6-day challenge? And then at the end of the day, basically, we went through all this and I realized that, hey, this guy is cool, man. So we did a course together about Canva. So Zander has a very interesting background and he has a very interesting, a mix of skill set. That's why I want to let him introduce himself to you, and today we're going to talk about Canva, but of course, Zander has more things. Zander, welcome. And please share with us more about you so that our audience can know more about you.
Thank you for having me. Hi everyone, I'm Zander, and just a quick introduction about myself. I am a designer by education. I started my career actually as a game artist, so I was doing drawing concept art, doing game graphics, designing user interface and all this stuff for games, right? But I kind of don't see myself pursuing this career as a lifelong thing, and I wanted like a backup skill. So it was around 2010 when I first started my own e-commerce store. I was importing Japanese plush toys into Singapore and selling it online. So that's why I started to pick up digital marketing. And then during the time where smartphone was invented, so it's like a boom, the hottest thing in town, I told my company I don't want to do game art anymore. I want to, start building my career on digital marketing. So at least I have some evidence to show that I kind of did my e-commerce store and I kind of know what I'm doing. So that's how I kind of transited from a game artist to doing some digital marketing. But then again, all this digital marketing stuff is self-taught. I didn't go through any formal training. So a lot of Googling, a lot of trial and error, experimental projects.
A lot of YouTube also.
That's right. A lot of
That's where
YouTube
you
stuff.
find Jason.
So I think the YouTube thing kind of came when I was still studying in graphic design stuff. So back then, you're doing 3D models and you want to be better. So you need tutorials, you need guides to teach you how to do certain stuff. So it kind of instilled that self-teaching process. Like everything, try to search for yourself. And you are a poor student, you can't pay for a course and all this stuff. So that's why you rely a lot on the internet to learn stuff. So shortly after that, one of my colleagues, he left the company and he managed to raise some funds from an angel investor. So he kind of invited me to join the startup venture. We kind of built our first mobile gaming studio. So that's my journey into entrepreneurship. We were lucky. Around 4 or 5 years later, we managed to exit. And then again, I thought, hey, maybe I still want to do something else. So this time I partnered with another friend, and then we went to Indonesia and do a game media startup. Unfortunately, for the second one, it didn't do as well. So that business model didn't work out. But we managed to build up a sizable community in Indonesia. So that's why I learned a little bit of Bahasa Indonesia. Even though it's not good, but I think I can understand a little bit of Bahasa Melayu. But that's a story for another day. So that second startup didn't do well. I came back to Singapore, and then I wanted to transit because been in the game industry for a while, and I kind of got jaded. I wanted to do something that is not about entertainment, but something that has a little bit more impact. So I joined a travel tech company. I think that was a time where I think I joined 6DC and Jason was thinking like if I know travel industry very well, but actually in fact I don't because I only barely joined for less than a year.
Nice.
So that was my short venture with the travel part. And I think I met Andrew at the time also talking about my client in the travel industry. But as we know, COVID came, the industry was badly hit. Even right now, I don't see the industry recovering anytime soon. But I'm still doing my best to help the people that I know in the industry. At the current moment, I am working on my own agency, focusing on Facebook advertising and content strategy stuff. Yep. So that's a short background of where I came from.
Yeah, that's the best of my journey. Is I get to meet awesome people coming from different part of the world, and they have a different crazy skills. And then we realized, because we're having a discussion the other day about how can we work together, because I wanted to expand my so-called the expert series. So I was asking him what can he teach. Then I realized, hey, Canva. So that's how Canva came into picture, and that's how we thought of, hey, in fact, Canva can be a very interesting angle. And we did a class and it was awesome. So today's topic is very much about Canva. I just want to see a show of hand. How many of you are not using Canva? You see, I asked the question the other way around. Right? How many of you are not using Canva? The thing here is most of us already use Canva. But the problem here is that a lot of us only scratch the surface, only use about 10% of all the features that Canva has.
Yep.
Canva has become so powerful, yet again, it is kind of like, in my opinion, I think that tool itself, right? What do we call free design skill to everybody else. It's like it allows everybody to be a good designer because of all the things that actually made so easy. Because I'm a self-taught designer. We used to talk about self-taught, right? In fact, all the digital marketers, the good ones out there, in most of them are actually self-taught. Where I got such thing talking about digital marketing 10 years back. You talk digital marketing. Where I got such course. Everybody has to go and self-taught and learn something from somewhere. That's why Canva is a very important tool, because back then when we need design, right, we had to work with designers and all that. That's the reason why I learned design myself, because I find it very difficult for a marketer to really effectively, kind of like connect. Let's have the two brains connected via USB, so that you can get what I'm thinking in my head can happen. That's why always there is argument. In fact, the best design should come from the person who initiated the idea, but they don't have the skill. How? Hence Canva. So I want to quickly bring up my first question, but along the way, guys, remember, as usual, any questions, type in the comment section. And guys, my co-host, any questions, jump in anytime, right? So I think it's going to be cool. Okay. But before that, check this out. Richard was saying, before that, have to use PowerPoint to make creatives. PowerPoint.
Awesome.
Yep.
Hey, I actually know somebody who can make video using PowerPoint.
Supposedly can.
Yeah, supposedly can. I saw something on YouTube
Animated
before.
shit, using
Yeah.
PowerPoint. Wow, I tell you,
Stop motion, like one slide, one slide, one
one
slide.
slide at a time. Wow,
Correct.
Lamar,
Richard, you
what?
are exposing your age.
By the way, I recently found out that you can remove background with PowerPoint. This is a feature that I didn't know it exists.
Are you
Keynote can
serious?
do
I
that
didn't
too.
know. But
Keynote
I
can do
learned
that.
I only
PowerPoint for a
recently
long
found
time.
Yeah.
You are saying PowerPoint can do slides also. That's very true.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I
that
didn't
only
know
I
that.
know. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad.
I thought that was a design tool.
Oh. So why, Xander, in your opinion, why is Canva great for digital marketers? I think that's how we want to kickstart the topic today.
Awesome. So I think for digital marketers, because one thing, not all digital marketers are design trained in some sense, right? So what Canva really helps in the sense where they kind of position themselves that they are a tool for non-designers, and they kind of make it true in a sense where they have a lot of resources, templates. Number one, they have tons and tons of templates beautifully designed by graphic designers and stuff like that. And even as a free account, there's just so much resources that you can tap on. It's just looking for one template that you like, click on it, and you can start editing, change the color that you want. In terms of the time, the amount of time that you can spend on it is compared to Photoshop or Illustrator, it's so much different. I mean, if for those who have used Photoshop, Illustrator, when you want to create
Pain,
something, it's almost from scratch, right?
It's
I
a
can
pain
relate,
to
I can
learn.
relate.
Yeah, and I think back then the learning curve is one thing. The
Yes.
features is complicated and all the stuff. It's very powerful, but the learning curve is painful. The other thing is that when you want to create things like icons and all this stuff, either you know where to find it or you have to create it yourself. But Canva made it so convenient where everything can be found within the platform. Right. Of course, as a free user, there's restrictions lah. But as a pro user, if you subscribe to the platform, everything there is just click, drag and drop. It's so convenient, and that saves so much time, right? So the other thing is that just now someone mentioned about PowerPoint, right? So in my own words is, if you've used PowerPoint before, Canva is just a slightly more advanced version of it, because the interface, everything is almost the same. The rest of it is very intuitive. It's just drag and drop. And if you've used PowerPoint, you know it kind of works with the layering, right? What is the top layer and what's in the middle and what's the bottom? And Canva, it's the same, right? So I would say that anyone who has designed presentation slides before should not have a problem picking up Canva. So for marketers and all these things, it's just time saving, convenient. You don't need to, pull your hair trying to learn how to use the lasso tool, masking and stuff like that. So it's just so like, I got in Canva about last year and I fell in love. I was like, this is just no brainer. It saved me so much time. Like
And
these
by the
days,
way, Canva can also do PowerPoints.
Slides. Yeah, you can do presentation.
Slides, presentation, and all this kind of thing. And you can do recording some more. Recording, you presenting the slide and turn it into a video.
Yep. Now they have audio. Audio. You can also play audio.
Because when I started using Canva, it was quite a while ago. The feature wasn't that great. That's why I stick back to the AI, and the Illustrator that I've been using. But the challenge here is, AI, the price point now, of course. Learning is one thing. We have gone through the learning curve, but the price point and the version, I tell you, oh my God. So that's another thing that you got to take care of it. Yeah. So yeah, I totally agree. That's why recently I realized a lot of design masters are also turning to Canva. One of a guy that is very obvious one is Kenny Song. Kenny Song publicly say that he is starting to use Canva more because, to be frank, it's so much easier and saves so much time. Like, like I just give you a very simple example. Last time when I want to do my YouTube thumbnail, I go AI, correct? I have all the template. I still need to go back, open up, and go and type and all this kind of thing. Now, you know what? I just upload the video. I do it here. This Canva has phone version.
That's true.
So I just need to go in and edit the thing, count in 5 minutes. Done. Yeah. And I upload and change everything from here. I don't need to glue my eyes to the computer for so long. So you see, Chiwa was saying Canva was an eye-opener because you do the conventional style using, wow, not bad, Chiwa. I thought you design website, you design also good.
Oh, Premiere some more,
Premiere some more, a guy with multiple swords and all that. And Joanne was saying true, but you still don't know how to use Canva because you use Adobe for so many years. time to open your eyes, man. Time to learn from Zander, Joanne. Because to be frank, right, it actually almost as powerful as that, right, Zander? Is there anything that you can actually give us an explanation? I mean, for those who are Adobe users, whatever it is, PS or AI.
I would think that for myself, I was a heavy Photoshop user. I use Illustrator as well. So definitely there are some things that Canva cannot do. In terms of, say, if you want to touch up your photo, right? You have a pimple, like right now I have a pimple here, right? So you take a photo and you want to touch up, you want to use the clone, the stamp tool to cover up. All these things you can't do in Canva.
Now you have made two.
If we just talk about Canva app itself, right? The Canva platform, you can't do that compared to, say, Photoshop, because those are the things you fall back to Photoshop too, like using the brush and all this is to do touch up, like beautify your photo and all these things. Those are the things that Photoshop are good at. Canva is more of speed and convenience. You can't edit so much of the photo. So if you still want to touch up the photo and all these things, use Photoshop first, then upload the assets to Canva to do things like that. So I think that's the beauty of it. The second thing is, I'm not sure the latest version of Photoshop, but the Canva right now, they allow collaborative editing. So like Google document, you can edit real time with someone else. Right, so Canva has that sort of feature as well. So that is great in terms of getting the team to work together on something or brainstorming about design. Yeah, so those are the things I think it sets itself apart from Photoshop and Illustrator.
Yep.
And another thing I really want to say it again. I said it just now. Mobile version. So you edit here, you download here. You don't need to go and transfer the file and all this kind of thing. Everything is synchronized on the cloud.
Yeah. Before Facebook Creator Studio, that was very useful because when you do Instagram, you have to do it from the phone.
Yeah.
So when you design on Canva and then you basically automate things to your phone Canva's app, then you can download it and immediately post it to Instagram. But now with Creator Studio, you can do it from desktop.
Yep. So all these are the things. And Joanne was saying, cropped image nicely, Adobe more flexible. And actually true. There are certain different things. Like I said, I think digital marketer, I'm talking about especially those who are not using Adobe and all that, you're not having all this skill.
Especially for me, I'm not a designer by training, but the fact that if I can I can basically erase the background, that is already one feature I use a lot already.
Hey, when I first saw the remove background, I was mind-blown. Last time, you need to use the pen tool and circle around the whole thing. It spent so much time. Then right now, it's just one click. I was like, oh my god, I wasted my life for nothing.
So much life wasted.
The wow that I introduced you, the remove.bg,
Yes. I saw that. That was a great time saver. Because I'm actually using the free version of Canva. I'm not a pro user yet.
Okay.
That will lead us to the next
around.
That leads us to the next question. So why? I mean, Canva free versus Canva Pro. We all know that all these freebies or free tools or so-called freemium tools, right? Definitely they are free to use to a certain level, but when you want to actually upgrade or use certain of the features, you need to actually go pay. But is Canva Pro worth it? What do you think, Xander?
I would say that, of course, depends on the kind of task that you want to fulfill or what you want to do, right? So, for example, if you are heavy, like a social media manager or something like that, you want to create design and post it directly to the social media platforms, then the Pro version has a feature where it allows you to schedule your content directly from Canva. I think that is a huge time saver, because right now, as a free user, I need to download the image after I've designed it. I use the Facebook Creator Studio to kind of schedule my content. But if as a pro user, this step is being skipped. You can immediately create, schedule directly, everything from Canva. Just consider amount of time when you kind of stack it up. The amount of time you save is insane, right? But for me, I can afford to waste that time, so I didn't go with that. The other thing for pro users is, of course, the remove background. As a subscribers, you have that premium feature. You can remove background directly from Canva, right? So that is also doing everything without leaving the platform. For me right now, as a free user, I need to download the image, go to, like, for example, remove background or some other website that I use, remove the background, then re-upload to Canva. Just consider the amount of steps required for that, right? So
I'm on
depending
Pro.
on
I'm on Pro.
yeah, so for pro users, it's really convenience and time saving. You even have things like if you design it in 1080 by 1080, that's the Instagram size. But if you want something bigger, like you want maybe 2005 by 2005, you can immediately upscale it instead of create another 2005 dimension, copy everything over. Those are additional steps. So I would say that
okay.
pro version, it's huge time saver for people who are busy and really you just want to be more productive. Pro is the thing to go with.
Yeah.
Like free
Convenience
is for
also.
people like me who don't mind wasting the time because I think I can go around with that.
Yeah. It's quite affordable, I think. I think it's what, $19 a month. If you want something like that. No, nine something.
Lesser
Nine
than that, I think.
lesser than that.
Lesser than that.
I'm
Yeah.
on Pro, and one of the advantage is they also give you access. Supposedly, I can't remember, about 1 million stock photos for free that you can use.
A lot.
Yeah,
As a
that's
free user, when
worth
you
it,
search
though.
something, right, it's all the premium icons there.
Yes,
It's sometimes
yes.
very frustrating.
So that's a lot.
Yeah.
Then I think the audio, the music, they also have a library of music which you can include if you want to do slides, you want to do GIFs. I've used the music before for especially my background, so-called the background timer and all those stuff. So yeah, I think it's $9.99 if you sign for the annual plan.
So you can totally skip those stock photo. You just buy Canva Pro.
Yeah.
You can totally.
Actually worth it.
I think their stock photos are really high quality, very, very good stuff.
Yeah, they get
Totally
from
worth
Pexel, Shutterstocks, a few other what but I still
Then-
I don't post directly from Canva, though. I still download and then go to Facebook Creators. It's just a habit. But I think
Is there a reason why?
Sorry?
Is there a reason why you prefer that stuff?
I know I was used to it, the idea of downloading, because I keep in folders. And so if I don't download, I mean, I can keep it in a cloud storage.
It's a habit.
It's a habit. It's for me, it's just me.
So the images can just repurpose for commercial purposes, images, audio, got video also, right? Got video.
Got video.
Video, photos, audio, graphics.
Correct.
They have all those icons, animated elements as well. So a lot of incredible resources.
Stickers.
Incredible.
In that case, actually quite worth it, though.
Yeah,
I find it totally worth it to do it. Yeah.
Someone told me this. He go and download video. He go and download the audio. Put the video and audio as in like kind of running water. Then with those smooth music, put on YouTube. Put a lot. Then put so much. Really got people go and view the video. Then YouTube actually pay him money.
Wow.
Wow. Then he was doing TikTok also. So basically, he just collect all resource. Boom. Then just wait for people. So time is on his side.
Hey, you
Really,
got people on YouTube watching people sleep also, So I'm not. I'm not
The
surprised.
world is changing. A lot of different things.
That's not world is changing. The world is like, being effed up already in many ways in that sense.
Just like doing design, you common sense, my generation or maybe Andrew's generation to us, we will use a laptop or desktop.
We're different generation. I'm younger.
Okay.
I'm next to this guy. I'm next to this guy.
My young designer, everything want to use handphone. No. Really?
Oh, really? Design everything on handphones.
Me too. Going you said this one so
I
easy.
cannot buy my finger. Cannot.
Actually, I'm doing most of my design work on phone right now.
Wow.
Like even my video editing also on my phone now. I mean, especially when I have the other side. There's another type of video that I do where I talk about this cooking and all this kind of thing.
Right.
It's all phone because it's so much hassle to use the laptop thing because you got to upload and all these crazy thing, right? It's on the phone. So I also started to use Canva on phone more than my desktop version.
Okay.
So that's the beauty of having all these things in the cloud. And I think the key, main reason why is because you don't need to go through the transferring of files and all that. Else it's very
I think
troublesome.
that's a huge time saver, because
Yes.
every
Oh, yeah,
time
man.
you upload files and all this, you have to wait for that loading bar and all the stuff.
That's
That's true.
boring, man.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
now your file is so big. My laptop space is so small right now. Every time come in, no space and all that. Bodo. So okay, now Richard was saying good comparison is like Canva is like a road sports car. AI is track car. Wow, very articulate, man. Okay. I think I agree with that. But who knows? Maybe like some crazy guy, Fast and Furious, go and like can outrun track car. Maybe I don't know. So Chiwa is saying 449. Yes, I was just looking at it. 449 per year.
But the other thing I want to add for
please.
Pro Canva is that they have this thing called the brand kit. In the free version, you can only change the colors. You can't upload your logo, or you can't have a preset for the logo type fonts. But as a pro version, I think you can create as many brand kits as you want. So for example, if you're managing different clients, you can upload their logo, you can have their brand colors, the kind of type fonts. So all this again, huge time savers, right? And the other thing is the folders. Like Canva limits the free account to just 2 folders, which is crap. You can't really do much organization.
Yeah.
The free one, they give you all unlimited folders.
Yeah.
Then they also increase your cloud storage to, I don't know, 100 gig or something. Yeah, quite a lot.
100 gig, yes, cloud storage. 100 gig is a lot, way.
And the other thing I've almost forgot. The other thing is, as a premium account, you can download PNG with transparency.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh,
so that
okay.
that is also something that helps a lot in terms of creating designs and stuff like that.
I take it for granted already, man. By the way, this show is not sponsored by Canva, although it would be nice, but unfortunately it's not. Yeah, man.
Okay, so Joanne was saying, I think you should learn. You should, man. You should. So, okay, here's a quick plug. For anyone who is looking to learn Canva, here's the course. Because, in fact, one of the reasons why we are here is because we are actually launching Zander's course today. In fact, what happened is Xander actually did a live training with me. How long? It's about a couple months.
Last month
Class ago. Yeah, last month.
Yeah.
So it's you just imagine 3 bloody days. We went live for about 2 hours each day. Okay, so it's like a jam-packed 5 hours plus, totally hands-on. Oh, I actually just realized there was one part that Zander actually designed something from scratch. Okay, in 25 minutes, he has a crazy nice design with all these shadow all these crazy little things, right? So it's crazy. So design with Canva course by Zander is live now, and it's $47 if you want to buy lifetime access. You just need to buy, and you're gonna access it lifetime. And in the future, if Zander has anything to add on and all that, if we do a new version, if the Canva changes and all that, you will still have access to the future course, because that's the whole idea. That's the whole idea. It's a lifetime access, meaning that the future update is also included. And then, this is the link if you want to learn. Basically, you want to learn from the best, right? So here's done the quick plug. That's why, Joanne, you don't want to go, because I'm going to ask the next question, which is a very important one. Okay, Zander is going to share with us a few Canva features that most people do not know. The other day when we were running this live training, I was freaking mind blown. It was like, what this thing can do, what that thing can do. I say you're scratching the surface. You're probably using less than about 20% of total so-called all the features that Canva has. And as a designer, there are many things that can actually save your time, save your energy, save your effort, and all these kind of things. So Zander, you're up. Just share with us maybe top 3 or 5 your favorite features that you believe Canva has that most people do not know.
Now you got me interested.
Yeah.
Okay, so actually after the course that we conducted, I found out a few new features myself also, right? Because I was also scratching the first surface. One thing I realized is that in Canva, you can create presentations. We know about that. I think Andrew mentioned you can do slides, right? So one thing I realized that you can download as PowerPoint slides. And that was something that I didn't realize, because I was preparing for a client. She needed a presentation slides. Right, so I did everything in Canva. And then she said, "Can I have a PowerPoint slide instead?" I'm like, shit, do I need to recreate everything in PowerPoint? Then I saw that button on Canva. Like, hey, this is huge time saver, man.
What about Keynote?
But one of the, sorry.
What about Keynote?
Keynote, I don't see
Keynote,
that.
no,
I don't see that option. Yeah, but one thing I want to point out is that just be careful with downloading as a PowerPoint, because if you are using an older version of PowerPoint, the Canva graphics, those that you choose from the Canva, will disappear. But if you're using the latest version of PowerPoint, then what I read was it's supposed to be okay. So I have a friend who tested that and it works out fine on her site. It's just that on my end, I think I'm using an older version of PowerPoint. So some of the elements that I've dragged from Canva, like the arrows or the icons, right, it just appears as a, like the error image missing on the PowerPoint. So I would say that if I'm not sure, do a test first before you commit doing everything on Canva first. So that's something to take note of.
Well, alternatively, you download all of this as PNG files and then slap it into a PowerPoint now.
If you're a pro user, you can do that. I was a free user, so I can't.
I see. Okay. All right.
Yeah. So
and Google Slide also, right?
Can go Google Slide, cannot Keynote. I just tested.
Okay.
And go Google Slide.
Not so bad lah.
So the second feature is that Canva has been pushing the boundaries. I think right now they are trying to allow you to create websites. So you can design your websites and publish it as a link. Although there's still missing features, you can't have your domain. You can't have custom domain, but you can create a decent looking website from scratch from Canva. And the best part
is the easiest thing to do. They have everything ready. No, I mean, for them to do it, it's very easy. They just need to see more people coming in, and they will launch it. Part of the Pro Features, right?
So one of the combination that goes well with this website thing is that they have an integration with Typeform. So if you guys know Typeform is the somewhat like a lead gen form, right? You can have a survey form and all these things. So you can actually build a type font and then embed it onto your design. So when you do a website, right, you can actually have a landing page with all those open form, something like that. Yeah. So that is an interesting combination that you can do with Canva, and I really look forward when they allow you to do like custom domains. Probably going to be a pro feature, but I think it's a very interesting things to look forward for.
Yep.
So the last feature I would say, of course, present and record. Jason had mentioned that just now. That itself is great for even YouTube content creators, right? You can create your slides. Just hit a present on Canva. They have this small little circle that appears on the top left corner or something like that. So once you're done with recording, you just download it and then upload to YouTube. As simple as that. So that is like mind-blowing to me when I first saw it. It's like, this is beyond design. This is more than design.
So you say again, record what?
So if you create your... Yeah. So you do a presentation slide. You do a presentation slides. There's an option for you to present and record. So you click on that button, it will go into the recording mode.
So the audio that I speak also was trapped inside there?
Yes. Everything is recorded. Then they will give you a link to download after that.
Never tried
link some more. The link can last for how long?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Never tried before. We can go back and try. And the other thing that I really like, although this may not sound like something that is very big deal to Xander, but in my opinion, all shortcut can be used. Everyone who use Adobe Illustrator and all that, all these shortcut, can also use on Canva as well. Shortcut. Designers love shortcut. We don't need to go and click on the button and all that, right? Shortcut all works on Canva. So designers, you should go back to Canva at least to take a look at it. It saves your life, man. And the collaborative part of it, seriously, in my opinion, now just imagine you do AI design, you want to go and share with your boss the true and full file exchange, walao. The file exchange, your email blown, poof, they're gone. What the hell? For nothing. But this one, just have one over there, just put it on the cloud. Everybody wants to see, just go back to the link. You don't need to go.
You have the comment function. You can send the link to client and then they can comment.
Be awesome, gun.
Last time you send a PSD over like 20 plus over back, then Google tell you cannot, file too big. You need to use things like WeTransfer or something like that.
And then after you transfer the file, say I didn't receive it. I cannot open it.
I don't have Photoshop.
Yeah.
Can use Photoshop?
Another thing.
But to add on to the shortcut stuff, recently I realized there is more than 40 over plus shortcuts.
Wow.
The other day I just went in and go and try all the shortcuts. Perfect. All the AI shortcuts that I use frequently, it's there.
Yeah.
I don't use shortcuts. Not a
Yeah, I mean that's really something that wow, a lot of people don't know. That's why Canva has transformed, has evolved so much in the past many years. Because at one point I went to Canva, I wanted to do my thing. I stopped using it because it couldn't do what I wanted. You know, cannot download the transparent and all these kind of thing. You know, there are certain restrictions here and there and all that. And we thought that we all have the design tool, might as well we go back to that. But now seriously, reconsider, guys, especially designers out there, huh? And
The shortcuts are huge game changer. It's really saves a
Totally,
lot of time.
man.
But it takes time, lah. It really, I think they started in 2007 in Australia, right?
Yep. The founder, I think, was
Australian
29 years old. Something. It was a lady. Okay.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I think so. I think so.
Correct.
And some more this design, this is because you're up against the giant, David and Goliath. But they saw the point that this thing actually, people wanted convenience, and the learning curve is really a pain. I gave up, because I'm freaking difficult to learn,
But there are competitors out there, right?
A lot. In fact, now actually they are a lot more already. But this Canva being one of the first few who started, what I like the idea was really to, I mean, now everybody can design. It's sort of that kind of thing, right? It's like everybody can design. You know, literally, you don't even need to have design sense. Go in there. So many all these awesome templates.
Yeah.
You don't even need to think. Don't need to think. Just go and put your photo in there. You know, put your word in there. You know, done. You're off. You go. But we've been talking about all these awesome features. Sorry, Manfred, you want to say something?
No, I wanted to add their slogan. Now everybody can design.
Was it that?
No,
Okay. They
I
won't
mean,
pay you because that one is.
I use them to do in my infographics and my link magnets. The infographics library is quite.
You do infographics in Canva.
Yep.
Infographics some more. Wow.
Yep.
Not bad,
They have a section
Very
dedicated to charts.
Infographics. Yes.
Yeah,
Charts,
that's
infographics.
Okay.
All
Now,
right.
wait. Richard was saying, what local has one competitor, not sure what's the scale. Pick to chat. Pick to chat is a friend.
Before.
Penang.
Yeah, Pick to
Penang
chat.
base.
Pick to chat from Penang is a friend. So yeah, I mean they are actually growing, but I'm not sure what's the direction right now. What's the scale right now? Like I agree with Richard. What's the scale right now? We do not know. Yeah, but Pick to chat has been around for a long time right now also.
Yep.
But they are from a different angle. I think they are more from infographic and all that, But yeah, good one. Thanks, Richard. Now let's come to this. We have been talking about all these good things about Canva. Good. Is that all good? Now what's the con?
I would say the cons, right?
Not powerful enough.
Of course, no lah. But the thing is that because they provide so much resources, especially the templates. So one of the key things to be mindful is you don't want to, like for example, you post stuff on Instagram, and then someone else posts almost the same identical design as you. So that is one of the downside, and I think it's to be mindful that even though Canva is a huge time saver and convenience, make sure you change the template to something that fits your brand, not just use it as something like that. Yeah. So of course it's bad, right? Because if you talk about like helping clients to create social media content and stuff like that, and then they realize you're just using the same template that's whatever on Canva and just change the text and stuff like that. So that's not good in terms of the impression. The other downside for Canva is, of course, they have the video editing function, but it's very, very basic. So if you're looking to do video editing, I would say right now at this juncture, Canva is not the tool for video editing. You can only do things like dragging the timeline and choose where you want that particular video to play at. That's about it. You can't change much. So, I mean, if you have used Adobe Premiere and all these things like that, right, it's just so much more advanced. A lot more trimming and cutting and stuff like that. Even like things like fading in, fading out at the start and the end of video.
Transition.
Those are the things that Canva can't use.
Yep.
So they can't do it for video, they can't do it for audio.
For now.
For now.
I mean, for video editing, even like iMovie would do a pretty good job already.
Yeah, I would think so.
One thing you mentioned about Canva is, if you notice in the ads or even social media posts, you can pretty much tell whether that design was a Canva design nowadays.
Is it? How to see?
Lazy designers lah.
Some of the elements are.
To see, you go in Canva frequent enough, then you can see.
I use Canva almost every day.
The color they don't bother to change. They just plug and
They don't
play
change.
straight away.
They don't change the color. Sometimes they don't
But
change the
if you
font.
make
They don't
effort,
change the
add a
shape.
few more things, change color.
Yes.
Okay lah. Then you need a sharper eye to catch up.
Yep.
No, sometimes the graphics, the free graphics, or that's used in the templates, because of the shape, it's very distinct. One look, okay, this is a Canva graphic.
It's just like the moving objects not easy to change. I try to change the moving object, not easy. So I just don't touch the moving object. I change other stuff. Those easy things to change.
Yeah.
So you imagine if you don't change anything, then 5 clients all using the same thing.
Yeah.
I was trying to look at my design. Luckily, I'd all do custom design. I'm not that lazy.
You're a designer.
Wow, so scared.
Yeah.
Hey, did I use this the same thing? Wow, okay. Some actually I gotta play with it. I actually quite agree. I mean, it's too common sometimes. You just look at the same thing like, hey, I think this is coming from Canva. Yeah. But I have to defend a bit about the video editing because it's not a video editing tool, man.
Yes,
that's right.
Not yet. Soon.
So but to be frank, yeah, I think one of the very important point that Xander pointed out is you just can't be lazy. If you're a designer, despite Canva being a very powerful tool, right, it saves your time. Don't get lazy. You still gotta, designer, but now you can actually spend lesser time to churn out a design, which you make more money from there. I think that's good enough.
Yeah,
maybe
don't sacrifice speed for creativity, I mean,
yeah, that's true.
After they do the video, they'll move to the mobile phone. So now do your design on the move. Another USP.
Yeah, I think that like what Jason said, I think some of the Instagram content creators that I met, they are some of them designing everything on Canva or
the
mobile phone.
The younger ones really use the mobile phone.
Yeah,
seriously, I was astonished.
I cannot.
As long as it works, right? The design come out, you can't say anything. It's nice. Yeah. Okay, it is up to par, up to standard. What else can you say? Whether it came from the handphone or super lousy.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
That's right. Nobody knows.
Yeah. So okay, now I mean, there's another question that we have usually when it comes to Canva, because a lot of people are kind of worried. Although we say that Canva allows you to really design even without the design skill, but are we really able to use Canva even without learning design? Yeah. So both of them already say without learning design. What do you think, Zander?
I would say that certainly you can use Canva without knowing design basics because the templates are there, right? So that's the number one I would say lifesaver in that sense, because if you just follow the templates, even if you change the colors and all this stuff, the way that it's being designed is done by professional graphic designers, so it looks good, right? So just by editing it, it looks very good. And I mean, if you have used PowerPoint before, Canva and all this, it's easy for you to just change stuff. I mean, you kind of know how to maneuver around Canva. But I would say that understanding the design basics would be
even better.
Critical. Yeah, it would be even better. It will elevate your design a lot more in the sense where, because design tools are just tools. Like for example, if you know the fundamentals, if you understand the basics, no matter which tool you go to, the foundations are still strong. You can still create a beautiful design because you understand the principles. Tools are just for you. It's just a means for you to deliver that design or make it into a reality. That's all, right?
Very
so,
cool.
Yeah, I would say that go ahead and try Canva. Even if you don't know design, just play with it. Just look for inspiration and copy it, refine it, make it better. I think that's the way for you to get better at design. And it shouldn't stop you from trying out Canva, because Canva is really just huge time saver lah. Don't waste your time. Go learn Photoshop. If you're new to design, don't go learn Photoshop. Yeah. Try out Canva first. If you really want something more advanced, then go learn Photoshop.
Yep, agreed.
Yeah. It's just like using hammer and saw. Everybody can use one. But when you want to do a real carpentry, then you really need some design skills. But for Andrew and myself, I just need to hammer, I need to saw, I need to use screwdriver. That's it, basic stuff. get it done.
Yeah.
The thing can stand, can already happy.
That's
It looks
right.
ugly. It looks ugly, never mind.
But here's what I
But the
think.
thing is that as long as you get the objective that you want, it delivers. That's good enough, right? You don't need to be perfect.
But actually, it spurs up our. I can actually try more design. And maybe I will start. Maybe I will start with Adobe InDesign first, because do some basic poster and Photoshop to learn to touch up thing slowly lah.
Yeah.
It's a stepping stone how I see it.
But here's what
I will kind of tie it back to, for example, Facebook advertising, right? Back to Jason's stuff. Before I met Jason, I was also doing Facebook ads, right? But I didn't know about the
Boost
funnel and all that stuff. So I tried a lot of things that it seems like it worked, but it didn't seem like it worked as well until when Jason shared, okay, this is how you can use the Facebook advertising, the 2-step funnel. That just changed my mind, because to me that's like design fundamentals. It's a kind of like framework, a certain toolkit that you fall back on to evaluate your own work, right? So design has also some guidelines and things that you fall back to and look at to assess your own graphic, whether it makes sense, whether it's good or not, right? So those are the things that helps you to create better design. You still can do design, certainly. It's just that when you know those stuff, it's a lot easier, maybe a lot more faster for you to refer back lah. That's the difference I see.
Not just
you
faster,
won't give up. You won't give up.
I would say it's actually necessary. You see, here's what I think. Whether you agree or not, somehow or other, because of all these, I call this the accelerated digital evolution because of the pandemic and all that, right? I mean, what we are actually looking for, or kind of like our standard in terms of consuming content on social media and digitally, has evolved as well. You know, to be very frank, if you still give me some lousy, crazy, stupid design, then definitely I won't have good impression on your brand. So that's a very important thing. So if you are doing design, although here's how I want to put it. If you are having, it's like whether you're a solopreneur and all that, you know, I would say you can use Canva. But if you want to build a long-term kind of brand consistency for your design, for your work, for your presence on social media, I think the design basic is still very important. Like, for example, I'm just looking at some of the courses there. The course that Zander has built. I say a few things, like, for example, the color contrast. Do you know how do you actually choose the different color to actually, how do you actually use the right color to bring out the essence of the design, whereby these are all the things. Like the other thing I'm actually looking at is how do you use white space in design? Some people actually, you just have to really understand why is that necessary to have white space. Why is it necessary to have hierarchy in design, all these kind of things. That's why these are all the important things that I believe, even you are not a designer, you can start designing with Canva, but for the long-term benefit of your brand, you got to learn design in one way or another. That's why I want to quickly give a quick plug again on this one. Okay, if you want to learn design with Canva, so you want to learn how to use all the tools with Canva, here's the link. Zander's course will teach you, from A to Z, every single details of the tools and features are being, discussed. And he even has a demo, two demo. One demo is to design an image from scratch. The other demo is to design a videos from scratch. So these are the two things that you need to actually learn. And second thing is, Zander would really come in and share with you in a very layman term about how do you want to master all these basic design rules, design sense. How do you, I think Zander puts it in a very nice way, how do you self-criticize your own design? Before you are being criticized by your audience out there. It doesn't look good, huh? If you don't have it's just like when you're writing email, like the other day we were talking with Andrew, right? Although you know that you have all these templates and all that, you need to develop your own voice. Same thing comes to design. You got to develop your design. Like, for example, I'm a super lazy designer, but somehow or other I develop a voice. Everybody look at the design, that's bloody Jason Gunn's design. I mean, I'm so lazy to the extent that I develop a voice. So you got to find a way to develop a voice in design as well. I think that's what I think that is important. What do you think, Zander?
Yeah, I mean, certainly, like, I would say that for those design basics, it's critical because one thing is, when I come from my school, whenever we do design assessment, the lecturer will critique the hell out of your work, and I think that kind of instill a fear in myself, where whenever I want to do something, that's the extreme version. But I think when you want to put out a work, be it client or bring to the public, you want to make sure that you at least kind of check through your work. Like for example, typography, not typography, typo errors, right? In graphic design and all this stuff. It's something that kind of shows you're careless or you're not detailed. It still happens in my work because I'm a careless person. But what I want to say is that for the overall aesthetic looks of your design graphics, those toolkits, those design fundamentals are the things that you want to fall back on, and you want to really understand them. First understand, then apply, right? So once you know that, it's easier for you to create something, take a step back, look at it. Does it make sense in terms of the overall spacing? For example, how does the eye flow from this focal point to the next one, right? Because you want some sort of like a flow within your design. What catches the first attention? What does it move to the next one? The eye catches this headline, and then what's next? How does it flow? Does it move to the key message that you want to send across, right? So those are the things that I tend to fall back to whenever I push out something. I want to understand how the viewer perceive this particular design that I've done. How does the eye move from the left to the right or the top to the down? Is there anything that I miss out? So once you understand that, it's easier for you to identify, okay, maybe this is the place that I need to edit a little bit more. Maybe it need to give more space so that attentions drop into this area more. So right now I'm just verbally describing all this stuff, but it may be a bit hard to visualize, but if you go through the course, you will understand the toolkits, right? These are the things that create contrast, and contrast is what draws attention. Once you understand that part, then you can kind of know how does the eye movement flow within the design. Yep.
Awesome.
It's very important. It's very important. And I like how Xander puts it the other day during the training. He said that it's not intimidating at all. You know, the moment you understand that these are common sense. It's just that you have not gone through at least a more structured learning. And once you have gone through that, once you understand it, right, you know, it takes them all these practices to get better at it. You know, it's just like when you're training something, it's like a training muscle. The more you do it, the better you get at it. I think that's a very important key concept that we want to understand. Okay, now, I want to move to the next question that we have over here. So, Xander, what are the most useful tools in Canva that you would recommend to our users over here, to our audience over here?
Definitely, the first one is shortcuts. I would say that the shortcuts are the first thing that you want to learn and try to memorize, because the more time you spend on Canva, if you know the shortcuts, the more time you're going to save, right? Things like aligning to the left, center, or the right side. There are
the buttons, the alignments.
You can click on it, but there are also shortcut keys that you can use on the keyboard. Yeah, so in terms of speed, it's faster to use your fingers than moving your mouse to click. So all these things kind of adds up over time. But shortcuts is something that when you use it over time, you have muscle memory. If not just by thinking about it, you can't memorize, you can't use it. So it's something that you have to keep using, maybe for 1 week. The next week you kind of get it already. Like for example, Control Z, Control Shift Z, redo and undo. These are the things that for Photoshop users, it's almost instinctive. Anything just Control Z already. Yeah. Right. So I would say shortcuts, number one, the most useful tool in Canva that you want to spend time. It's painful, maybe for the first few days or the first week. After that, you will be very grateful because it's going to save you a lot of time. The second thing that I would say would be the rulers and the guidelines.
Oh, the rulers! Right? I love it, man. I didn't know it.
Yeah. So for that, it's helpful because you can pull out guidelines onto your design, and then you can have better alignments, right? So you can set margins. You know where are the safe area where you want to have all the important elements in. One of the things, like for example, I create content posts on Instagram, right? And I use the carousel dimensions, which is not the square format. Square format is 108 by 80. The carousel is 1080 by 1350. That's the height, right? But one thing you have to note is that for carousel, even on the home feed, not home feed, is your grids, right? Your profile, the grids is in the square format. So for it to display nicely, you actually need to know when you're designing Canva, where is the safe zone. So all those guidelines are there to help you, right? Just pull the guidelines in the template, then you have it. So you know that, okay, my headlines needs to be inside the safe zone, right? So those are very, very valuable stuff. Then the other useful thing I would say is the tidy up alignment. So that's something where, the basic stuff is like align left, align center, align right. Tidy up is something when you select more than 3 elements or 3 objects in Canva, that option will appear under the position. So
yeah, I just learned that when I was doing the poster the other day.
so when you click on it, right, it just
One shot.
one shot balance everything
Yeah.
out for you. The spacing between the 3 objects, that is huge time saver as well.
Yep.
Yeah. Then other things, the elements, the graphics, not so much for the pro users, but for free users, knowing how to search in Canva is important, right?
Yes.
Using the things like see more, like that, clicking on the keywords. So those are the tips that you need to kind of know to maneuver around as a free Canva user.
Gradient. When you type gradient, then the whole thing, you can look for gradient. That one was
Yes.
that one I found on YouTube also.
Yeah, so Canva has a lot of very, very good resources, and you need to know the keywords. Searching the right key, it's like SEO. You need to know the right keywords to search in Canva to find the perfect graphics in Canva. So actually, on right
Adobe,
now,
right? Adobe don't do it this way, right? Adobe
Don't have resources, right?
they
It's a
don't
tool.
really.
Adobe is a tool as opposed to a library of Canva is mostly
Yeah, they don't
design.
provide the stock libraries and the
Adobe is like
icons.
you drop the whole thing, all the major tools around there. That's scary. Don't know which one to use.
That's right.
I mean, but guys, just to quickly give a quick plug, right? If you guys want to learn Canva on your own, okay, I would strongly encourage that you follow this guy. Look at the face, looks like somebody familiar over here, right? So that's Zander's Instagram. Okay, so all you need to do. Oh wait, I think Andrew is being blocked. Let me actually take this down first. Hang on.
Never mind, I'm
It's
okay.
okay.
So this is Zander's Instagram account. I think he started this not long ago, but he's growing really well in terms of follower count. But what I really like is his resources.
The content is awesome.
Oh, I tell you, man, seriously, you talk about all these are all important things that you need to know about design and using Canva. So basically, you have to follow this guy. This is one of the go-to destination for you to learn about all these design senses.
Everybody is using IG to do education.
I mean, in a way, IG is turning a lot more educational right now. It's no longer about all these, flashing whatever poses and all that. It has transformed. So basically, this is the one that you have to follow. dm.xander, right? dm.xander.
Maybe Jason, you can put the link inside the.
Okay. Yes. I'll put the link back over here. Okay. So that's the thing. So guys, you guys have any questions regarding Canva and all that? Wow, I'm
Any
actually
questions?
typing this.
Yeah. Jason will put the link in. Joanne, any question?
My favorite is
the
my favorite is the background removal. That is heaven.
That's for pro version. That's for pro version and stuff.
Yeah, I think that one is a huge time saver. I think for Canva, even the remove background, they allow you to select the areas where you want to keep or remove, so you can do fine tuning.
Yes.
Yeah, that is very convenient.
Yep. Okay, I think we are coming to the end of the show, but Manfred, you're up to talk about your so-called website of the week. Wow. So
conversion.ai. Can you see my screen?
Right.
Jason had to share.
Yeah, I gotta bring this up. Okay, here you go. So website of the week.
Conversion.ai. So Jason need Jason to put the link on both Facebook and YouTube. This one actually, I also recently, I'm like Jason keep reminding all of us are very lazy. So up to a stage that
I don't know about you.
let the machine do the writing for you. You see, using AI to write proven high converting copy for increased conversions. Okay, I think there's a video here. Let me try see whether I can run it.
Video. Oh, okay. So I'm not sure whether the audio can come in or not. Oh, okay. Mm.
In 10 minutes, I'll be able to come up with all the content sent off to our writers. I love this. This is going to disrupt the copywriting industry.
This whole conversation started is because I was talking to my friend. He said, let's go and join a lot of social media, especially a lot of writing. You just use this tool so you can take up multiple outsourced job. So you can see all these things. Basically,
I actually tested Conversion AI.
You did? You did? Okay, then Andrew is in a better position to introduce this tool.
And this is just, I think there are easily about 50 plus tools like this.
Yes.
Some of them are on GTP3, which is basically an AI-free AI platform. Some of them are, I think Conversion AI is basically proprietary. It is great if you want to churn out quick Facebook ad copy, headers, subject lines, email subject lines, headers, and all those things. But in 2 weeks' time, we're going to have a guest, which is a copywriter. She actually uses Conversion AI quite extensively in her work.
Wow.
So we're going to talk to her about this as well. I tried it about 2 weeks. I didn't like it primarily because it gives you an idea. Unless you write long form copy, it actually gives you a basic framework, and then you still have to go and edit and change and all that stuff. So if you're in the copywriting field, if you're in the copywriting field, it's excellent because you just put in the keywords, they'll churn out, and then it gives you the framework, and then you can just change from there. So most copywriters now use this to give them a quick turnaround, a draft, so that they can pass it to the staff and says, okay, I want this key point, and this is written, change it for me and update it for that. So it has its use. It is not going to, not for now, not going to basically take over the role of a copywriter, but is an additional tool like Canva. Yeah, for us, Canva is a tool for us to speed up things. Conversion AI or tools like this is for copywriters or writers to quickly come up with a draft for them to start working on it.
I think it's for non-writers as well.
And also non-writers.
For people like me who can't write for good.
So for short form copy, I think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
The Facebook ads and all that, I think it's pretty good. I think it's cool. Thanks, Manfred.
Awesome.
There's really a lot of them. Wow.
So this is cool. So yeah. All right, guys. Xander, you have any last things that you want to share with our audience before we go? Anything? All good?
By the way, Zander is joining us on 11 June.
You say I will be back. I will be back on Friday.
Yeah, I will be back on Friday.
So here's how the Friday thing works, guys. Okay, here's how it works. Basically, if you're staying up to now, means that you guys are with us for a long time now. So here's how it works. On Friday itself, right after you register, you'll be invited into the Facebook group. Join that Facebook group. So what's going to happen is for all these 10 so-called 11 sessions, including the intro, the opening by the 3 marketers. So all the 11 sessions will be broken into 11 different lives. Okay, we will share with you the whole, what do we call the schedule. This is really first time we do it. If we screw up, don't blame us. It's free thing. You cannot blame us.
Don't screw up one.
Definitely, we touch wood. But here's the thing, technology, we do not know what will happen.
Yeah.
So we tested the other day with Andrew, it works. So you can choose. If you are interested in Xander session, right, you can choose to come in, and when you come into the group at that time, refresh it when it starts. You will be able to see the live of Xander coming up at that point of time. So you just need to go in and watch it. And every one of these live sessions will be the replay will be kept in the group. So if you can't catch it live on the day itself, right, doesn't matter, still join anyway. So you'll be able to come back at 9 or whatever, right, just to go watch every single thing up there and just to go and partake in the conversation. The reason why we want to break it into different live individually for each speaker and expert is because we want to keep the conversation in that part, in that video, in that topic. So that you don't need to go through, let's say, just imagine 5 hours of video, then you want to look for Xander, where is Xander, then it's going to be disastrous. So we don't want that. We don't want to cut all the crap and have you save the time. You just come in at that time, refresh the group, go into that conversation right away.
Yep.
So that's how it works. Okay. So remember, go and sign up.
Yeah, go and sign up.
Yeah, just go and sign up.
You just put in the link again on the page, just in case.
Yeah,
and remember the very first 1 o'clock. It starts on 1 o'clock Friday, June 11.
Yep.
And I will be, after the introduction, I will be sharing a little bit on the Facebook interest targeting. Some basic stuff. Just want to share because I saw some comments on the forums asking about this, but those are experts. You can skip that lah. Okay, just some sharing session on the interest targeting.
Yep. So hang on, let me quickly bring this up again. Since many of you are still here, I don't know why you still don't want to sleep. It's already past 11. Nothing more to talk about already, guys. Oh, Jeremiah just helped me to post the link. Right.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. Here's the. I mean, we have the link since we are here, right? Might as well we put it up, right? So this is the live training. At the moment, we have already lined up. So sign up to this form. We have already like Balkis, Chunyan, and Zijera, Wing, Erica, Zander, Carol, Jean, this is Carl and Carol. So every one of them already put their link to their respective social media name card, like either it's on the Instagram or YouTube channel. Please feel free to go and follow all these experts.
Yes.
Okay.
We'll see you on 1 p.m. We start sharp.
Yep. We'll see you sharp at 1 p.m. and look forward to learn with you on Friday.
Yep.
Okay. All right, guys. This is it. This is the Tree Marketing Show, episode 38, Designing with Canva featuring Xander. Thank you so much, Xander, for joining us today. And we'll see you next week. Thank you for having me. Yeah, thank you so much. Thanks, guys, for staying with us up to now. See you next week at 3. What the hell am I talking about? 10 p.m. next Wednesday, 10 p.m. Don't come 3. I don't know.
That's your trading timing.
Too much is
I don't know.
trading time.
We have another guest next week also for Tree Marketeer Show.
Yeah, you want to talk about the guest now? Or we will review that when the time comes?
We'll review it as when the time comes.
Okay, guys. Thanks, guys. Have a good one. See you on Friday. Thanks.
See you on Friday. Bye-bye. 1 o'clock.
Bye.
Bye-bye.